Since time immemorial, humanity has sought a hidden secret, a mysterious power resembling a sixth sense that could open pathways to unseen realms. But does it truly exist, or is it merely a figment of imagination? Some believe that those who possess this sense hold extraordinary powers, while others see it as pure myth. Despite major nations investing heavily to unlock and develop this ability, science stands on the edge of an ocean of mysteries. In this episode, we will delve into what the sixth sense is. How and when did humanity discover this phenomenon? Are there signs of its existence in our daily lives? What is its connection to the theory of parallel universes? Did ancient civilizations and religions truly believe in it? And finally, has science managed to explain this phenomenon? If we want to understand whether we have extraordinary mental abilities like the sixth sense, we must first understand what it is. Terms like extrasensory perception, ESP, telepathy, mind reading, intuition, and finally, predictions have all been used to describe this strange sense or phenomenon that, in general terms, the sixth sense is an intense awareness of one's surroundings through the five known senses. More precisely, it is a set of external influences passed down through genes, manifesting as unique feelings about events that may occur, often sensed without prior knowledge or cues. Throughout history, this phenomenon has been linked to seemingly supernatural abilities, including premonition, predictions, and other insights related to the unseen. Throughout civilizations, the sixth sense has been a subject of fascination and debate as a mysterious sense whose workings remain elusive. Most civilizations, including those of ancient Mesopotamia, Egypt, and China, believed in its existence and sought to develop it. The term itself, however, emerged in the 1920s and is often credited to Joseph Rhine, who published his well-known book on these phenomena, Extrasensory Perception, in 1934. His research, conducted at Duke University in North Carolina, focused on phenomena like telepathy, which he believed in but science could not rationally explain. Telepathy, perhaps you've heard of this term or experienced it yourself. It's that feeling you get when someone you haven't contacted for a long time suddenly calls or appears without warning. Or maybe you feel that someone is watching you from behind, and when you turn around, they actually are. Are these sensations mere coincidences, or do they stem from some force, like the law of attraction, drawing the person from your thoughts into your life? The truth is, these are mysterious questions with no definitive answers even today. More intriguing still, people have associated the sixth sense with the notion of parallel worlds. This theory, also steeped in mystery and debate, suggests that the sixth sense might be linked to experiencing the same thoughts or feelings as another person in different realities, without any direct contact. There will be a future episode dedicated to explaining the hypothesis of parallel universes in detail. These inexplicable sensations have appeared across ages and cultures. People have sought to harness them, and those with such abilities were either given access to royal courts or condemned to death. Civilizations like the Greeks and Babylonians tried to understand the brain's mechanisms to unlock these unique abilities. Going back to ancient times, civilizations such as Mesopotamia, the Egyptians, and the Chinese believed in the sixth sense. They tried to enhance it through consuming wild herbs, including magic mushrooms, which they thought heightened communication with their surroundings and allowed for deep meditation, sharpening their mental powers. In Hinduism, they inherited a tradition of placing a red on the forehead. Have you ever wondered about the significance of this mark? For Hindus, it symbolizes the third eye or mind's eye, which we now refer to as the pineal gland. Interestingly, some scientists also believe in the significance of the pineal gland. For instance, Dr. Joseph Snell suggested in his book The Sixth Sense that this gland might be the source of the sixth sense. Hindus consider this third eye sacred, aiding them in exploring the world through extraordinary mental powers developed through meditation, a practice still central to their lives. But what about the Abrahamic religions? The Jewish faith associates the sixth sense with what they call the sechel or sichel, meaning wisdom or extraordinary cognitive abilities. They believe that developing this skill enables spiritual elevation, making it a core part of their belief system. In Islam, some scholars linked the sixth sense to firasa, a form of intuitive insight. Arabs were also pioneers in the field of firasa, an esoteric science allowing people to infer an individual's personality, thoughts, and nature by reading facial features. The sixth sense remained a contentious issue throughout history, even into the Middle Ages, when those claiming to possess such powers might be executed for heresy or, on the other hand, accepted into royal courts as diviners. One prominent figure during this era was the French seer Michel de Nostradamus, who published his famous book Les Prophéties in 1555. In it, he made predictions still referenced today, including the Great Fire of London in 1666. In modern times, some believe that his works predicted the events of September 11, 2001, in the U.S. He attributed his insights to astrology, while others saw them as sheer intuition and extraordinary abilities. The debate around the sixth sense continued into the modern era. During the Cold War, it was even incorporated into espionage efforts as a potential weapon, with both the US and the USSR racing to understand and harness it. According to the New York Times, the US government invested around $6 million in ESP and telepathy studies during the Cold War. In 2014, it funded a research program worth $4 million to explore the spider sense for possible use by the Marines and Navy. However, despite all this research and technological advancement, has the mystery of the sixth sense been solved? Science today considers the sixth sense to be the cumulative effect of all human senses: sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, working together to enhance internal awareness, rather than being related to telepathy, intuition, or prediction. U.S. studies suggest it is a genetic accumulation of knowledge, and they cite animal instincts like elephants instinctively finding water as examples of inherited knowledge. The difference, however, is that this instinct in animals is linked to survival, while in humans it is tied to consciousness. The study indicates that those practicing meditation, spirituality, or yoga can access this heightened awareness and thus develop the sixth sense more readily than others. Science may have explained some aspects of the sixth sense by linking it to inherited knowledge, but questions remain about the source of new information in our minds. Where does that intuitive sense of an event's occurrence come from? How does our mind reach these conclusions? This remains a complex mystery with many pieces still missing. So, friends, everything you wanted to know about the sixth sense has been covered. Do you think science will one day unravel all these secrets? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.